babies cry. I watch them grow. They learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, yeah.
Aren't they the most beautiful flowers? Just beautiful, just beautiful. Good morning all. Being a tall bloke that I am. I'm standing there listening to Louis Armstrong and forgetting all about the fact that we're going to do a candle lighting, and Kelly goes, but you know, I need to tell you why. Because Gavin said something dreadful to me this morning. And you've got to ask him about what he said later on. I guess that, is that on? Yeah, I've got a bit of music. Welcome. Welcome to those out on our streaming service. It's another sad day, and it's too soon. But we gather today to mourn the passing of Irene Margieson. We gather to say our final farewells. And we gather to pay tribute to Irene's life of 96 years. And she would have been 97 in October. It was coming up, it's only a couple of months away. You know, today is a day that we pause and we remember. As family and friends. And I sometimes forget, I wander through my life and the extended family. And it is wonderful to see you all here, it really is. But as family and friends, we remember this amazing woman and her life experiences. Just imagine, now Rachel, I know Rachel has written something absolutely beautiful, but I'm going to add a little bit on the side, because we've covered a little bit of the same stuff. Irene was a young teenager growing up through the Second World War. Now, born and raised in Lakes, just imagine, even when she was 10, so we're talking about when, 1937, none of this is here. None of this is here. On a day such as this, a bit of sunshine looking into spring, it's all empty. It's all empty, and it's like a big bowl of life that is Irene's, and it's to come, it's to open up, and it's to develop. And we get to this stage today, but in those 96 3/4 years, just amazing. So many changes and such a long, wonderful life. And surely isn't today a day to give thanks? To give thanks for the blessing. It is a blessing of having had Irene in our lives for all these years. And I said earlier, it is too soon. Let's pause for a moment. Remember Dennis? And Di and Vic? In May, I think, was when I last saw Irene, May's service. And I will carry the fact that I wasn't here for Di for a long, long time. It's not about me, but Di often said, you better be looking after me. And I said, Di, no, I'll go before you. And it didn't work out that way. We were in Cairns, so Di, if you're there somewhere today, I am sorry. I've got to tell you this, you know you're supposed to be all nice and stuff, but when there was Di, there was, I'm going to say Uncle Wal, is that right? Irene, and myself, and we're sitting around the table up at home, and we're trying to gather family information and get some ideas and work out a tribute. And we know that Irene was absolutely and profoundly deaf in her later years. Well, Di's roaring at her mum, "Ma!" And I've got a foghorn voice anyway, and I'm roaring. And we got through it. I think Wally's deaf as well. So it was an interesting conversation around the kitchen table. But Di and I walk outside. How'd that go? No, you've got to turn the volume down. How'd that go, Di? Yeah, good. It was the most amazing time. And Irene, I don't do that as taking the mickey. It was just how it was. But I'm talking about that house up there. Irene loved her garden, her orchard, her fruit trees, her roses, her peaches, her nectarines, the peaches and ice cream for dessert. She loved cutting wood. Now, while I'm saying this, there's an image. She loved cutting wood. She loved her cooking, roast veggies, boysenberry pies, trifles, and everything cooked in the combustion stove. Eh? No little 180 degrees here. But I've got to tell you that Gav has not yet mastered the art of doing the roast veggies the way that Nan did. He said, I've tried many, many things, but I haven't got there yet. You will get there. And Friday night, Bob, Dennis, he got a stew, because men of his generation didn't eat curries. Spaghetti bolognese, no, that's not Australian. But the kids had a curry. Well, it was called a curry anyway, wasn't it? Irene liked Murder, She Wrote and Miss Marple. And she had a VHS. Now, even younger folks, no, there's no real younger folks here, sorry, Matt, sorry, Heidi. VHSs were around about 1980, I reckon, 82 or 83 or some such. Well, this VHS of Spider-Man must have, well, it was for the kids, and it's been played 1,000 times, so it's probably time it was retired. She loved Mills and Boon. Mills and Boon celebrated their 50th anniversary just recently, and any romance books. And I'm looking at her photo here, you know, and it's just, I don't know, there's just a softness there. For everything in her life that Irene went through, the hard yakka didn't hurt. There's a softness. I know she's young there. But Poirot was another of her favourites, and murder mysteries of any sort. Do you see what sort of a picture we're building up? A woman caring for her family, cooking that grandkids still want to try and emulate, growing stuff for the family to feed them, and doing it with love and strength and resilience. That's a fact. And damned hard work. I'll say that one again. She was an amazing seamstress and made lots and lots of clothes. The generation that made things, that repaired things and kept things going, because often there wasn't the money to buy new stuff and the new stuff wasn't available anyway. I'm going to say it somewhere, but it's a time, it's a generation of people. We won't ever see it again because we're all too slick and techno-sophisticated. It won't ever be seen again. Now you've got to ask, what made Nan smile? And Kelly and Rach and Gavin just looked at me and said, family. She was ecstatic with the arrival of any of the new grandies. She loved them. And you know, the kids said that she'd sit for hours and watch them play in front of her. Now, Just for a second picture, Irene watching the little ones. I wonder what she thought of the next generation. Or would she simply be loving them and wishing the best because they were her family? And I just love that image. So there's some beautiful images that I've shared with you. And I say for you all, again, the memories we share today are the memories of a woman of a generation that we will never see the like of again. We have indeed been privileged. Now, Rachel, you're going to come up, please, and do a reading for us. Listen to the lyrics, not the lyrics, it's not a song. Listen to the words in this one.
A little bit shorter than you. Just a little bit.
How's that?
Thank you. As we look back over time, we find ourselves wondering, did we remember to thank you enough for all you have done for us? For all the times you were by our sides to help and support us, to celebrate our successes, to understand our problems and accept our defeats, or for teaching us by your example the value of hard work, good judgment, courage and integrity. We wonder if we ever thanked you for the sacrifices you made to let us have the very best, and for all the simple things like laughter, smiles and times we shared. If we've forgotten to show our gratitude for all the things you did, we're thanking you now, and we're hoping you knew all along how much you meant to us.
Thanks, Rach. Now, ladies and gentlemen, my way is a clap of support, please, because it's not always about, oh yeah, great job done, which it was, but it's about the ability to be able to stand up in a time of emotion and share something with you all. I've been told that Rach did the eulogy for Di, and it was something exceptional. And I can tell you straight up, this one is exceptional too, and she's going to share it with us now. Go, Rach.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I stand here in front of you today with mixed emotions. On one side, I'm very heavy-hearted for the loss of such a wonderful woman, wife, mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, sister, auntie, cousin and friend. On another side, I feel extremely fortunate and proud to be given the opportunity to honour the woman that I have been privileged to call Nan for the past 15 years. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Rachel Ribeiro and I'm the wife of Gavin, Irene's grandson. I would initially like to thank Butch for allowing me to speak on the family's behalf. I just hope that I can do justice to you all and also to Nan's memory. Firstly, to our family, specifically Maxine, Butch and Michelle, I would like to extend to them my most heartfelt sympathy for the loss they feel so deeply. In a time like this, words are just insufficient to express or comfort the pain and sorrow they are feeling. Irene Margieson, nee McCulloch, or Nan from here on forward, born 2nd of October 1927, died the 11th of August 2024, aged 96 years. Nan was born and raised in Lakes Entrance, Victoria, to loving parents Andrew and Martha. She was the cherished sibling of Ada, Dorothy, Thomas, William, Barbara, Betty and May, all of whom have sadly passed on, leaving Nan as the last of her generation. Being raised in the 30s and 40s was not easy. Imagine the world at that time. Australia was recovering from the First World War, only to experience the Great Depression of the 1930s. Later that same decade, the Second World War was upon them. This was not just a different era in Australia's history. From what we are accustomed to today, this was a different world, not just a different time. Times were tough and difficult for everyone, but somehow they survived and prospered into the fine, upstanding people we know today, with a great view on life and a wonderful perspective on things around them. I mention these things to show that despite the adversity around the character that I know as Nan, and most of you know as Irene, was created. It is said that our life experiences mould the person and the character that we become. What a woman was created. She was incredibly loving, nurturing, dependable and honest, and a pillar of strength and reliability. Without a doubt, she was one of the toughest, most dedicated and hard-working women that I've ever had the privilege to know, always ready to lend a helping hand to anyone in need. Nan spent her childhood in and around Lakes Entrance, growing up on acreage on McCulloch Street. It was around this town where she met the love of her life, Dennis. On April 12, 1949, they were married at the Lakes Entrance Presbyterian Church, a marriage that spanned 60 years. Married life for Nan and Pop was filled with hard work and adventure as they travelled the countryside following Pop's work. Their journey took them across Australia, spending the wet season in Western Australia and the dry season in Northern Territory. While Pop worked away, Nan took on the incredible task of raising their children, all while taking on odd jobs at different places to help support the family. Butch fondly recalls a time when Pop was away at work and they were staying in a caravan park in Katherine. During this stay, a powerful windstorm swept through the park. Without a moment's hesitation for her own safety, Nan, with the help of other female residents, bravely held onto the family tent to prevent it from blowing away and protecting her children from the storm. This story exemplifies the type of character Nan was. She always put her family first, facing any challenge with fierce determination. She provided love, guidance, and a strong foundation no matter where life led them. Together, they embraced the challenges and the joys that life had to bring. Nan and Pop purchased land on Cahoon Road in Lakes Entrance in the 1960s and set about building the family home there. It was in this home that they raised Maxine, Diane, Butch and Michelle. The house remained the heart of the family life until 2009, when Pop's health declined and he needed to go into care. Despite this change, the home continued to hold a special place in their hearts, filled with the cherished memories of a wild life lived together. The house in Cahoon Road was certainly not big by today's standards, but it was big on warmth and love. Nan had two things in her life that were her pride and joy. Firstly, her garden. Her garden was an absolute picture. She spent a great deal of time in the garden and took great delight with the colour and presentation. My husband reflected that Nan's garden was comparative to a jungle. There wasn't a single spot that wasn't covered. There was fruit, vegetables and flowers as far as the eyes could see. Nan often spent her days planting plants, mowing the lawn, watering and reaping the benefits from her garden, making pies, stewing and preserving fruit. And secondly, her family. Husband Dennis, 4 children, Maxine, Diane, Butch and Michelle, 6 grandchildren, Callie, Gavin, Heidi, Matthew, Shahin and Eileen, and 6 great-grandchildren, Harry, Zach, Sophie, Wayne, Hartley and Giovanna. Everyone in the family cherished the time spent with her. In the past week, we've reminisced about Nan's memories and her passions, her love for gardening, cooking, sewing and making clothes. She loved cooking and the grandchildren loved going there for dinner because, in my husband's words, there was nothing like Nan's cooking or Nan's company. He reflected that they would often go to dinner, have sleepovers and they'd enjoy watching Murder, She Wrote together. Nan and Pop lived off the land and many fondly remember Nan milking cows and raising animals. Linda recalled the first time she met Nan, who served a roast dinner that turned out to be one of the goats in the paddock, accompanied by a homemade apple pie and fresh cream from the cow that she had milked. These moments truly captured Nan's spirit and the care she put into everything that she did. In 2009, Pop passed away and Nan moved in with Di, where they supported each other through their heartache. She lived there until 2023, where her health required additional support. Throughout this time, Nan embodied resilience, often saying she couldn't dwell on things and needed to keep moving forward. Despite her ongoing health struggles, her strong character remained steadfast and unwavering. Before I finish, I would just like to share with you a poem that I found that I believe encapsulates Nan's character, titled True Blue. In the heart of this sunburnt land, where the gum trees sway and the red earth stands, lived a woman strong, steadfast and true. a true blue Aussie through and through. With hands that toiled the rugged ground, in every season her spirit was found. Resilient in the face of life's rough seas, she faced the storms with courage and ease. Her laughter was a beacon, bright and clear. In every challenge, she showed no fear. From dusk till dawn, her work was never done, yet she greeted each day with the rise of the sun. Through the drought and flood, she stood her ground. Her strength and heart were deeply profound. In every trial, she would not sway. She walked with pride through each new day. With a love that spanned the vast wide land, she raised her family with a gentle hand. A true blue Aussie through joy and strife, she lived life with grace and might. Now as the sunset paints the sky, we remember her with a tear and a sigh. For her spirit lives on, steadfast and true, in the land she loved and the life she knew. On behalf of all here today and those who could not be here today, your husband, your child, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, your sisters, your brothers, your nieces, your nephews and your friends, I say thank you. Irene Margieson, nee McCulloch, born 2nd of October 1927, died the 11th of August 2024, aged 96 years. Our love, our thoughts and our prayers are with you. We love you. Rest in peace now.
Thanks, Rach. Crikey Moses, that poem, I had shivers up and down my spine. Did you do that or did you find it somewhere?
I found.
Oh, it doesn't matter, it's superbly presented, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, we're going to pause for a second and we're going to watch a photo presentation of Irene's life with a bit of Natalie Cole, unforgettable. Thank you, Kel.
Unforgettable, that's what you are.
Unforgettable, though near or far.
Like a song of love that clings to me, how the thought of you does things to me never before has someone been more
Unforgettable in every way.
and forevermore.
And forevermore,
That's how you'll stay.
that's how you'll stay.
That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable
Thinks that I am unforgettable too.
forevermore.
That's how you'll stay.
That's how you'll stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible
That someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too.
Let's say goodbye with a smile, dear, just for a while, dear, we must part. Don't let this parting upset you, I'll not forget you, sweetheart. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies chase those dark clouds far away. And I will just say hello to the folks that you know. Tell them you won't be long. They'll be happy to know that as I saw you go, you were singing this song. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. And I will just say hello to the folks that you know. Tell them you won't be long. They'll be happy to know that as I saw you go, you were singing this song. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
The years go too quick. Maybe you wanted that up a little bit. Bit technical for me, Cal. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when our time here is at an end and our tribute to Irene is finished, please, if you're able to, we'll say farewell out at the hearse, but stay here together for a time. The golf club ladies are going to provide a cuppa and a bite to eat and sharing of memories, eh? Please. Now, more sharing of memories. Kelly and Heidi, please come up and share.
My nanny in Lakes to me is a true inspiration, so strong inside and out. Even in her 90s, when you offered to help her with something, her response would be, if you don't use it, you lose it. I've been blessed to be able to have my nana in my life through childhood, adulthood and into motherhood. Being able to have conversations with her about childbirth and raising children was so special. But the most amazing thing she did for me was fill my childhood with great memories. Her garden so fun to explore, picking strawberries and blackberries, homemade underwear, Spider-Man videos, covers of romance novels, meals cooked on the combustion stove, special dinners where we got to sit at the dining table in the lounge, delicious sandwiches always made with meat out of a handbag, not out of a packet, and whenever we decided to pop down, she was there with a cuppa, a snack, a story and an ear. So I love you, Nan, and thank you.
Thank you to those who are here today. My name is Kelly and Irene Margieson was my nan. Thank you to Rach for doing the eulogy. To the support that you've given our family when Mum passed and when Nan passed, it's been amazing. Thank you so much. Our nan was a beautiful soul. Her strength was incredible. It's something I always envied. 96 years navigating this ever-changing world, and not once did I ever see her angry. She was always excited to see us, and I'm so thankful she was always a big part of our lives. Our childhoods were filled with visits to Nan and Pops. We would run around their backyard following Nan as she tended to her garden, while she was milking one of the cows, or she was out chopping firewood. We would eat so many strawberries, blackberries, and my favourite, her banana passion fruits in her garden, that we would end up with tummy aches. But we didn't care. Their house was always paradise to us. Recently with the passing of mine and Gavin's beautiful mum, we were sitting around Gav's dinner table at the wake, reminiscing about our childhoods, with so many memories of Nan came up during this time. Christmas time at Nan and Pop's, with Nan's cooking, no one can roast potatoes like she did. Gavin's a pretty good she'd be proud of Gav. The clothes that she used to make for us, even though I always disliked the happy pants that she used to make for Gav, he loved them. I wish we still had some. And watching Murder, She Wrote with her when Pop went to bed. The older I get, the more like her I am, and I wouldn't want it any other way. She was perfect in every way. We will miss you so much, and I love you. And I know some family have told me not to say anything, but I promised my nan, and I promised my mum that I would. To the member in the family who upset my nan and my mum at the end of their lives, I would never forgive you. I love you, Nan.
Well done.
Two sides of the story. It's all about you, isn't it? The biggest crooks.
I promised that woman that I would raise them.
Tell them what you've done.
Don't respond, Dad, just keep going.
All of you.
I'm sorry, everyone, but I promised my nan that I would say something.
You have given your promise.
Thanks, Pete.
You've given your promise. Families are difficult things. It is as simple and as sad as that. We found this, our second reading. It's called Moving On. You can shed tears that she's gone, or you can smile because Irene lived. You can close your eyes and pray that she'll come back. And Kelly said before, I wish I still had some of those clothes. Yeah. Or you can open your eyes and see all that she has left you. Your heart can be empty because you can't see her. or you can be full of the love that you shared. You can turn your back on tomorrow and live yesterday, or you can be happy for tomorrow because of yesterday. You can remember her and only that she's gone, or you can cherish her memory and let it live on. You can cry, you can close your mind, be empty, turn your back, or you can do what Irene would want. Smile, open your eyes, live and go on, because you all know that that's what she would want you to do. It's time to say farewell to this amazing woman. We heard from Rach, we heard from Kel, and we heard from Heidi. And that you all know in your hearts the way to keep somebody close is to speak their name. We know with Gav, with his roast potatoes, he'll keep working on that. The little kids that are coming through, tell them about their great nan. And as the generations roll on, the ability to fend for yourself, the ability to support your family with love and cooking. Heidi, what did you say? This is how I want to finish. An ear, when you came to Nan, an ear, a cuppa, and a story. That's how we move on. That's how we move on. The sadness is here at the minute. And particularly because of Di's passing so jolly soon ago. So the emotion is twice as deep, and that's okay, that's how it is. But we keep those that we love in our hearts. They never quite go away. And one day, whether it's Gav mastering those roast potatoes, or one of Gavin and Rachel's kids, one of all of your kids, all the great-grandchildren, it'll come out. Because of this lady to whom we say goodbye today. Thank you for being here. It's important. Extended family and family. Life is real. That's all I can say. Irene is at rest. And my hope is that she's woken up to a big new world with the rest of the family and said g'day. And these things are working perfectly. Hey? Let us now commit Irene's body for cremation. And in doing so, we acknowledge that we come into this world with nothing and we depart with nothing. However, the wonder of our time on this earth is that we leave behind warm, enduring memories to mark our years and to sustain those left behind. For those of you who liked Irene, may memories be your comfort. And for those of you who loved her, may you hold a sacred place in your hearts and a knowing smile on your lips. Rest peacefully, dear lady. A long, long life, well lived. And our final song as we take Irene on her final journey from this place. Wish me luck as you wave me goodbye. Thank you all so much. Remember, stay together if you're able and share the memories. Thank you, Kel.
Thank you so much.
Wish me luck as you wave me goodbye. Cheerio, here I go on my way. Wish me luck as you wave me goodbye. Not a tear, make it gay. Give me a smile I can keep all the while in my heart while I'm away. Till we meet once again, you and I. Wish me luck as you wave me goodbye.
Wish me luck as you wave me goodbye.
here right there.
Really good, mate. Really good.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you very much. Catch up with you. All right.
And the version is the same.
Was there too much milk? She always put too much milk in things. Yeah.
I'll put some good bets on it.
I've got a card, Dave. You smoking?
And Cal. Yep. Yeah, we walk behind. Yeah, let's do the same. Pete and I walk in front. You walk today. You walk behind like we did.
Not giving you, you give me back. Keep you walking. Onto that card then.
Yeah.